Evening, everybody. I'm just going to wait for the screen over here to catch up so I can just see what's going on. I know we've had a bit of blurriness there. I am on Restream tonight. I was blurry. I think I'm clear now. Should be clear. Should be a lot clearer than I was anyway. But how the devil is everyone? I'm glad I'm back. But unfortunately, you might get this noise tonight. And I don't know if that's going to affect the noise of me speaking because I have to have the aircon on. It's cooking in here, and you'll have a crispy toasted Kentucky Fried Wayne tonight if I don't put that aircon on. So I need to put that aircon on tonight. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
I'm dancing around to that music now. Oh God, it feels like a dream, you know. It feels like an absolute dream. So I was in Kentucky, and then I'm in England again. It's crazy. I'm having a bit of a. Yesterday, I had no time to have jet lag or anything because I went out with my brother. All the patrons would have saw it. He went on the Just Jane Lancaster bomber and taxied around. And we were there all day. We got there at 11 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get out to about 11 at night because there was over 3,000 motorcycles there in a, I don't know what they call it, a bike fest, a bike festival. I don't know, but it was a crazy night. So today, I think I felt the jet lag today. I have done a video today and it's going to be on the channel tomorrow. I've done pack 10 of the Titanic and I've also been doing my werewolf. As you can see, check that out. It's starting to come along really good. Look, I've got the eyes ready to go. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the werewolf. Lou, you'll be happy with this. Oh, I'm blurry. Why am I blurry? Stop going blurry. I'm using Restream tonight because I'm hoping to get some guests on here. But I can't see anything that you're gonna have to put up with a blur, unfortunately, at the moment. Don't know how to fix that. Let's turn the aircon off. Let's see if that makes a difference. Perhaps it's I don't have the power. I don't like being blurry. Yeah, sound might be out of sync a bit. Yeah, I think we're struggling tonight on this restream. I'm just seeing if I can shut things down to change things around. 1 second. Stand by. Stand by. I'm going to try this way. Hang on a second. We're going to put this microphone on. I don't like being blurry. Why am I blurry? You haven't got blur. I've got blur at my end. So that's weird. Okay, I'm going to change the sound. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Test. Test, 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 test. That's a bit loud. Hello, 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 hello. How does that sound? Looks and sounds good. Oh, on my one, it's really blurry. I don't know why that is. Okay, look, as long as you can... Wayne's blurry. As long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. Lou, you'll be happy. Look, I've been using those New World's paints. Really good. The way I've done this, I'm really happy with how this turned out so far. I've got lots to do. I've still got to do the eyes. I've still got to do the claws. The claws have only got a base coat on at the moment. And I've got to do the whole mouth area there. But basically, that's had a black primer. And then I've put the New World's paint, but it's not been put on with an airbrush. I've been meticulously doing it with a brush. And then I've been dry brushing blacks and shades of that New World grey over the top of it. So it's looking pretty cool. I'm well happy with how that one goes. So that's that. And also at WonderFest, me and Spruverse, Phil, we did the Marauder. And this is the Marauder I built. We had, I don't know, how many hours do you reckon, Lou? About 5 hours, 6 hours to build that. So the wings move and stuff. And this managed to come home in one piece. So I was so happy with that. I think I have broken off the guns just at the end of the wings, but I can add them back in. But that's pretty good. Like you can like change the orientation of the wings, as you can see. Pretty good. So this was my entry into the competition. Now we forgot to pick our ships up for the competition. So when I finally remembered, I went down there and there was only 2 things left. And they were the 2 things that were left. So it was all fun. Phil and I, not me and Phil. Ah, right. Okay. Sorry, Mrs. Welder Wayne. I'm just not speaking English tonight. Everybody broke those tiny guns. Lou, before you even started talking, I broke one off. And I was sneakily asking the guy next to me for some glue to stick it back on. You know, like trying to hide it from the teacher. I was hoping you weren't going to notice. So, You need to put a Thomas face on that. That was an entry in the competition, Robert. I had me in stitches, the Thomas the Tank Engine TIE Fighter. You got to love that. But I do have a couple of pictures. First off, hello to Jeff. Jeff managed to see me in the hall in the hotel. I don't know where I am here, actually. So hi, Jeff. Got our picture taken there. We went out to dinner again to the Old Spaghetti Factory in Louisville. So if you recognize these people here, you got Oggy Gonzalez on the left from Interstellar Modeler, Paul from Paragraphics, that's Phil Spruverse, Mrs. World Away, me at the back. We've got Ken Spriggs and the great Lou Dalmaso there. That was a nice evening. Loved the iced teas. Had 2 iced teas. Don't really remember much after that. And then we've got another picture here on the Sunday. We went out with Randy Cooper there and his wife. We've got Dylan there, me and Mrs. Waterwain at the back. There's Phil. We've got Rob Reiter, Eric Chu, and that's his son Taylor. Eric Chu, he did the designs for the Cylon and some of the ships in Battlestar Galactica, which I was fanboying at when I found that out. It's a really, really nice dinner though. But I learned my lesson last time we went to Mama's. Don't have too many wings, too many ribs. They're like Bronto ribs. But the flight back, not a problem at all. We landed at Heathrow and then we were sitting on the runway for an hour because they didn't have a gate for us. So a lot of people missed their connecting flights. But on my podcast, I'm going to do a story about getting out to Louisville because believe me, the adventure we had in Chicago, Hector, let me just say, Hector sent me a box out there of his stuff from Butch O'Hara Modelers. I've got pens, I've got t-shirts, I've got Christmas baubles. Thank you for that, Hector. But I unfortunately, I don't like your airport in Chicago. I don't think I've ever been so stressed as Chicago O'Hara Airport. But stay tuned to the podcast for that because it's funny and frightening at the same time. But I enjoyed doing WonderFest. On the Saturday, I spent most of the day recording that video and editing the video in the afternoon. So Sunday was my day to go around and look at everything and see what's there. But definitely going again next year. I think me and Spruverse are looking at a road trip next year. So if we drive there rather than fly, I can't drive, but I can fly to LA. We could actually take models. So we'll have to see how that goes. But how the devil is everybody? I've missed you all. I have got a bit of con blues today, I have to say. I'm missing everybody. I always get that after cons. I also met, let's get this right. So many people we've met. Steve Willens from the Maker's Cave. Todd McWilliams, I met Marvel Phoenix in chat there. Yeah, you did send a link to the pictures. I'll try and get those up on another video because I've still got to do another WonderFest video, Todd. Ian from Pitts. Is it Pit Stain Models? I can't remember. I've subscribed on YouTube. Let me have a check. Where is it? Where is it? I can't find nothing. Pit Stain Hobbies. There we go. Pit Stain Hobbies. But we had a great night. Obviously, Liam was out there from Agora Models as well, so it was great. But I said I'm 5 hours behind at the moment, so I don't know where I am at the moment. No, Wayne speaking Adelaidean. Yeah, definitely. Shame there was only 5 Jerry Anderson modelers and 1 Muttley at WonderFest. You know what? There was when it comes to judging, I'll talk about that in a second. But there was why is my daughter Faith speaking Spanish? Is this me? Am I still jet lagged, or is she definitely speaking Spanish? That's crazy. I don't know, Chris. There was it was funny. I can't understand how the judging works at WonderFest. So I know a lot of people just go to show that to the fellow peers so they can see their models. But Bill Krause, who designed the Enterprise G, he had the Enterprise G there, and it only got a silver. And I can't understand how that can be. And I did notice a lot of models that were busts or figurines or that sort of thing got more golds, I thought, than the actual ships and spaceships. So I don't know if the judges just don't like spaceships. Who knows? We managed to get back with 2 suitcases, Robert. But I did buy a model, which I'm not going to tell you about yet until we're ready to announce it. But I did come back with a bit of booty. Mrs. Welderwayne took herself to Hobby Lobby, which is always a big mistake. And then she came back with God knows what. As a matter of fact, she's like hamster. She's been hiding it. So I don't know what she's got. Did anyone notice the pigs in space? I didn't know. I didn't see that. Your favourite's Johnny Five. Well, the Johnny Fives, Ian, came from the three amigos there, Todd, Steve, and Ian, who bought them, and they all had different poses. I got to see them and play with them in their room. I think they're quite good. They're all held together with magnets. Very clever. I'm sure that's going to be. Sorry, I've just seen Hector's comment. Hector, you have no idea. This is how the story starts, okay? We had an hour and a half to get from Chicago O'Hare Airport to the plane to take us to Louisville. Yeah? It took us 3 hours. How did we manage it? That's going to be part of the part of the podcast. But yeah, it took us 3 hours. We only had an hour and a half. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm going down the stairs. Okie dokie. You're in pajamas. Oh, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad I made a video today because you got to brush off the cobwebs, and I'm glad I want to finish this. No, I keep hiding it. I want to finish this werewolf. I want to finish it this week so that I can get to work on some of the other stuff that I've built. That's really heavy. I need to go find a nice pimp for it as well. I don't think I'm going to put that one in a diorama, but I keep pixelated. I know I'm on Restream tonight, and I have turned off pretty much everything that could be using internet. Unless Jack or you are surfing the internet, Mrs. Welder Wayne, I'm looking at you. We need all the bandwidth we can get. Because we haven't got all this fast internet that you have over in the States there. Or the Elon Musk 300 down, 300 up. Crazy stuff. You might try to get to next year's WonderFest with something to enter. I might look at manga series, the 7 Deadly Sins. They had a lot of Gundam models there as well, It was impressive. I think the final count was 1,042 models in that competition room. Pretty crazy. You heard about the judging from Lou's video. Yeah, it was. I don't understand it. I don't think anyone. You hardly bought anything. You hardly bought anything that I know about, Mrs. Welder Wayne. You love the Ray Harryhausen bust. It was amazing. They had a plaque as well, a really long plaque of all Harryhausen stuff. I was considering bringing that back with me, but it gets to the point that it's not how much it costs, it's how much I can fit in the suitcase and how much it costs. Because Mrs. Welder Wayne spends all my money, so oh bless. You want to put what's that, Todd? You want to put the fabric in the plane seat and leave Wayne there. Well, she did leave me there, Todd, because when we got to England, she went wandering through passport control and then picked up our luggage. But for some reason, I was detained. So she didn't know where I was. I couldn't answer my phone. And it's the second time it's happened. There must be some sort of marker on me or something. I don't know. But, they just asked the usual questions and let me go. Not to mention the fact, Todd, thanks to you, I had like 50 blades in my suitcase. And I did get all that paint back in time. All the paint, all the reducers, everything came back in time. Look, see, Todd, I'm using the oil thing you got me. It's all sitting here ready to go. Can you believe that? A few days ago, you were giving me that, and now it's here in the workshop. Did all of your Exactos make it home safe? Every single one of them. Every single one of them. And I've got them here, look. So this is the one I'm using at the moment. Although, look, can you see that? I've already bent the tip on one of them, so I'm glad you gave me some blades. I did that on the Titanic today. I need to change that. To be honest, hey, Faith, are you using Google Translate or are you really good with slagging Spanish? Oh, bless. Keep an eye that comes in the post. I will. Mark's Hobbies. Hi, Wayne. Hope you had a good trip. Absolutely brilliant trip, Mark. I don't think much of entertainment on planes anymore. That's the other thing. I ended up listening to audiobooks and watching Stranger Things on my phone. I didn't really watch the entertainment on the plane. You do not look suspicious. Yeah, right. Did you meet Nick Tate? No, but I tell you what, I did meet. I met Bill Krause. I had a good conversation, as Lou knows, with Rick Steinbeck from Star Trek. And we also met John Eves as well. They were giving a talk on Picard. And I got to meet all the folks at Cog TV, man, which I really love. They they were fanboying over the old British comedies that we had, like Red Dwarf, The Ruddles, Monty Python, that sort of thing. And I was in my element there. I think Lou went to bed and I'm still up at like 1:45 in the morning chatting about it. You just got your first 2 issues of the R2-D2 build, another 98 to go. Well, I've got the Lotus coming soon, and I already got notification that the fan home Optimus Prime should be here any day soon. So that's going to be fun. Going to look forward to that. Stephen Carrick. Hello, Wayne. Glad you enjoyed your trip. Eventually started my Alien loader today. Only been in the cupboard for 5 months. Did you see that one on my WonderFest video, Stephen? It was like, I don't know, 3 foot tall. Ginormous. Does anyone have video of Lou's class? Well, I've got pictures, Ian, so I'll send you pictures. I don't know if, because Todd was the only one in there that was like filming, because we were all building. But, you know, me and Phil had nothing with us. The only thing I had with me was this. And you had people next to me who had like great big fishing boxes full of paints and hair dryers and God knows what else. It's pretty cool. But I think, what about using some AI with you putting on a World of Wayne promo? Give it a thought, huh? AI? What kind of AI? I use AI to write my messages, Mr. Gilroy. What's this? A World of Wayne. Well, the people here think I'm crazy to fly over there to Kyrgyzstan, that I'll get locked up. I'm really like, you guys are crazy. The Ajax model, I've seen that model before, Jazz, you know, but I've always wanted that Ajax model. So it's one of these things that I'm keeping my eye open. Hi, Keith. How's it going? Yes, definitely come next year. You'll love it. You'll love it, Keith. It's absolutely brilliant. You'll be in your element. And some of the ships that are there will give you ideas. But I saw Randy Cooper's got himself a G, hasn't he? Well, he's got the Titan. So I don't know how he got that. Lou, do you want to come on for a chat? Look, what I'll do is I'm gonna put a link in here. If you were at WonderFest, well, actually, Lou first. If you're at WonderFest, I'm just trying to think. How do I do this? I can't remember how to do this. Stand by. Yeah, okay. Lou. This is for Lou only at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna click that. That's a link, and that should bring you in to this room, so we can have a chat about what's been going on. Happy birthday, Robert. Robert who? Who's Robert? Robert. Away for my birthday meal. Oh, happy birthday, Robert. Take care, mate. We've got Lou in here. Here we go. So let's try this. Does it work? Hang on. Stand by. Why can't I bring you in?
Don't know.
Oh, it's because I'm full screen. There you go. And then if I go like that, there we go.
There we go. Break me up some.
I like your t-shirt.
There you go. Thank you.
I got this one from WonderFest, which is a size too big, but you know what? It's actually suitably comfortable because most of my t-shirts hug my belly. But they did have that other t-shirt there, which I really wanted, but they didn't have.
Savor that shirt. It's a rarity. Everybody wants it. No one got one. I got one of those, but the staff shirt you're talking about, gone.
But that's because we were in the talk. So yeah, I mean, that went on for an hour, and they must have sold out instantly because they didn't go on sale till noon.
There was a line for waiting for those.
Oh, that's crazy. So how was your journey back?
Painless. I was expecting on and off rain all day, and 9.5 hours, and I was home.
That's crazy because we were sitting in Philadelphia, and they were having real terrible storms there, and we kept looking at the boards because everything was either being delayed or cancelled. So we thought we're not going to get our flight, but luckily it all passed by the time we took off.
There was a spot of rain in Tennessee. But no, once I hit the North Carolina border, sun came out, children started singing, birds were flying. Beautiful.
Now, Lou got his gold this year for that Firefly model. Was that a kit bash?
That was a kit bash of the Monarch Fly kit with my own head creation, and then I stuck a light in his butt.
I can't believe that one gold, and then your Doomsday machine got silver, didn't it?
Silver for the big boat kahuna. Yeah,
crazy. But that was you originally had that at the front, but Phil said they put a table in front of it. So
I didn't know their tables were going to be too deep back there. You know, nobody could push the buttons. But I thought it was going to be one of the bigger entries, and you could tell them no, it was medium to small compared to some of those big.
When I came down to get the ships, I went up in the lift and someone had what looked like a coffin, and in that coffin was one of the blockade runner, the really big one. So I was like, you know, some of these people, this is why you Americans have pickup trucks, so you can fit them in. That's what we need is a pickup truck.
I can just
That would
be
be awesome.
strapping that doomsday machine to the roof of the car on the way home.
So what's your thoughts of this year's WonderFest?
Huge. It was wonderful to see so many different people, some young people. Like I said in my video, it wasn't just a bunch of old white guys with no hair. It was mothers, daughters, sisters, brothers, all walks of life. It was great.
Do they always have a children entry? Because I never noticed that last year.
Yeah, there's a teen, and then there's a youth.
Because I think that Thomas was in the teen entry, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That was brilliant. The Thomas the Tank Engine. I said that was in.
Thomas the TIE Fighter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think that was in the teen entry area. So yeah. So whoever came up with that idea, oh my god!
and everybody's talking about it. It's a little simple design, little simple idea, you know, easily expressed, and then people go in there with, you know, three chapters worth of backstory on it, and it gets a merit, you know.
That's bless. I'm trying to think what else you got. What else did you get at Silver? Was it the Spaceballs?
Silver? No, the Silver was Doomsday Machine and the Gremlin.
Oh right, your Gremlin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got bronze for the Spaceball and for the Quark's Treasure and for the Galileo set and Peanut Hammer.
But the Galileo set won another award.
Galileo set got the best use of a round 2 kit, which was fantastic. And like I was telling you later, Norm from Tested grabbed me aside to interview me about that. I don't know when or where that's going to show up, but I'll be on the lookout for it.
I didn't even know Norm was there, you know, and then I saw Ken Spriggs had interviewed him. I know the Ian from Pitstay Hobbies had interviewed him as well. I was like, can't believe I didn't get to see him, but I mean, I got to meet loads of people there, and I know you were getting stopped every 2 seconds as well, which was quite good. So it's good to meet in the community.
Yeah,
it certainly was. Will's here. Will, we missed you, Will. Great who's streaming now. Hey Wayne, good job. Wished I could have been at WonderFest. I was sad that I missed it. We'll work on making it next year. Definitely, it's a week earlier next year. So
no, it's back to normal next year.
Yeah, it's back to normal. Yeah. So Mrs. World Wayne could theoretically come, but she can't. She'd have to go home before the holidays again. So,
but you realize we're already in a panic because that's one less week we have to work on anything.
That's it. I mean, I don't know if people know as well, but the Crown Plaza is going through a renovation at the moment. So the top 2 floors were you couldn't access. The pool was closed, and they're about to rip out the lobby and the restaurant. So I don't know if that's going to affect things next year.
Ripping out that lobby would be a mercy.
Yeah, tell me about it. It still looks like something from The Shining. You see some twins in the corridor saying, "Come and play,
play with me, Wayne, play with me."
Oh bless! Oh, it's next month for the tested interviews. Right? Okay, cool. I can't believe I missed them. But there you go. So we also got to meet all the folks over at Agora Models. Or only one turned up because I think they had flight problems. So I haven't seen Hobby Time Modelers stream from that Saturday night yet. So
I did.
Todd, you've seen it. I haven't had a chance yet. So
I saw that it was there. I haven't sat down and watched it, but I did see it was there.
Oh bless. So something else. I don't know if you find this, that going to WonderFest sort of recharges your creative batteries. Because like I was thinking, God, what am I going to do now? And now today I've just gone on and just got on with things because I've got this inspiration back, I think, to build something. As Phil says.
You put your hammer on the head of that earlier when you said it's kind of post-con depression.
Yeah,
it is a little of both. You come back. Certainly, I came back with more kits, but I came back with some inspiration. But I also came back with that's all my fun for the year. Now what am I going to do? You know, and it's like, yeah, you just got to get back on it and start plugging again.
So what kits did you get except for the one that I know about? Well, you didn't get that one because only me and Phil got that one.
That's still to come. Yeah. I have that coming in the mail. I got one of Randy Cooper's sand crawlers.
Oh yeah, I saw him wheeling that in. So how big's that?
Yeah, bigger than I am on the screen. It is. It's a big
Oh my
kit.
God.
It's very looks from what I can see is very nicely done, but that's going to be a while. And I picked up some more of those Star Trek busts that
Yeah,
my cart makes,
yeah.
and a couple of vinyl kits that were recast of the old Screaming kits. So
Wow.
that'll be
Yep.
fun.
I saw some of the drama regarding some recast, but it happens in every model business, I think, around the world. You get that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, my opinion of that is if it's a recast of a kit that's no longer available, that's one thing. But
Yeah,
if you're recasting kits that are still widely available, that's bad. That's
yeah.
not something you should be doing.
No, definitely not. Matty's asking, when's the next challenge? It's going to be soon. We just got to cross the T's and dot the I's and perhaps have a Zoom call, but we know what we're going to be doing. But Lou doesn't even know what we're doing because it was one of these ideas that, that I had an idea. I put it to Phil, who already had the same idea because like we share the same brain. And
Well, I've got an idea too that I haven't told either of you
oh
about.
right, well that'd be cool. Yeah, there's got to be a Zoom. There's got to be a Zoom call coming in soon, which is going to be fun. Ian tried to get a pizza to me. Apparently.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You didn't have my room number, Ian. So how would you have done that, or did you just ask at the desk to deliver it to like Wayne Green or something? Because I never got the pizza, so someone ate the pizza. The queuing up for the gremlin was fun. I didn't tell you this, Lou, but my hands were like jelly holding it. And the first, I only had one job, and I'm like, I'm not gonna drop those gremlins. So I was like this. So we got it down, and I'm like, but I'm glad we managed to because I know what you mean about lugging everything down in previous years and going back up. That's your like yearly exercise because it can be exhausting doing that.
Well, I'll tell you, clearing that out Sunday afternoon, Gremlin came this close from taking the dive because I was trying to carry it and the Doomsday Machine out at the same time, and I was balancing the Gremlin on the Doomsday Machine's base. It almost and then opened the door, one going out to the courtyard, and it came that close. I'm pinning it next to me to keep it from falling. Oh yeah, but like you say, putting everything in, you saw how much loving care everybody had. Sunday afternoon is like, throw that stuff in a box and let's get out of here.
It was crazy just seeing our two little Marauder ships is the only thing in the hall, and I was going to tell everyone that's our WonderFest. It was just 2 models this year.
Do we know who won that contest?
No idea. No idea.
Most votes?
No idea. But I put a few tickets in for number 2 and number 1. So.
That was the one thing I was disappointed in is when you see on your slip they'll put whether you got a brown, B for bronze or G for gold or whatever, but they should have printed up a list of who won the special awards because those aren't always they're not broadcast. They'll be on the website eventually.
Yeah,
but those are the ones you can't just go around and see. Oh, so and so won, because it might say sponsor award on it, but it doesn't say which one.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to if you want a gold or a silver is for the people to have separate places to take them. So you've got all the golds on one table and all the silvers on. I know there's a lot of models, and those big ones can't.
Yeah,
be moved,
that gets into a lot of shuffling around, and frankly, they don't want anybody but the owner touching them.
So when do you reckon they would have had that marking done by, that grading done?
This Saturday night. They did it. Okay. They closed down. They closed the door Saturday at 5, and I would say probably by 10 o'clock maybe they were done, and then you find out Sunday morning when you go in.
Oh wow. I didn't take the Thunder Road at all, Howard, because it was far too big. I couldn't get it in the suitcase. It's the usual things that my eyes are too big for my model. I can't. But then saying that, even how big it was, if I would have put it in the room, as Lou said, it would have been dwarfed by some of the other things there. I think that people just have this fascination now to make big models rather than tiny ones because they're more.
Well, we're all getting older.
Yeah, that's it. You can see them.
Yeah, we can see bigger models.
Now it's a shame you didn't bring your Chitty Chitty Bang Bang down because you did take it.
I did take it. I took it out of competition myself when I saw the quality of everything that was down there. and I look at it in the harsh light of day, and there's a big glue blob on the hood, and it's like, nah, that's rather to not have it in there than to be embarrassed for it.
Oh, bless. But it was a great event, I have to say, and I think from last year, you could tell the crowds were busier. I did like the extra entertainment on as well. I wasn't as impressed as the dealer room. I think I said that on my on the previous video I'd done. But I don't know if that's because I wasn't looking for anything, but I was open, but I don't know.
Well, the second time around, it's always less impressive than the first year you're there.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any one gotta have kit this year.
Yeah.
I think that was it. There wasn't a lot of new releases, and therefore the sales weren't, Steve says he did his best weekend he ever did. So
yeah, wow,
you gotta love that.
That's where it comes from. But I felt sorry for the guy who had the Yoda, the puppet, because it was hidden away in the corner, and if you didn't go around there, you wouldn't have seen it.
I didn't even find out about it till I started reading the coverage after I got back.
Really, I've got video of it, so because I saw it on Facebook, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that, so I went back down to see it, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that's amazing! It's like an authentic like Yoda, full size, in Dagobah, sort of like, oh, it's great. It was absolutely great, but it was in the other dealer room. So
that other dealer room never gets the love. They tried putting some vendors down in there. I mean, some of the big vendors, and it wasn't successful.
That's a shame. Oh, bless. So what you got planned for coming up then? Are you going to get straight on the sand crawler?
No. Well, tomorrow I'm going to shoot the video of Pack 2 of Optimus.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll put that up for my weekly video. And then next week, I think I'll start into that last Sucker Punch figure.
Oh, that's cool. Lou actually gave me a set of the Optimus ears. They're in the house. Oh, no, they're not. Hang on a second. Stand by. Let me get this off. Oh, I thought they were in the house. Don't you recognise this? It is. Okay, so these survived as well because these are in my case. So if you don't like the is it the IDW version?
IDW, I guess that's the comic book version.
That's the comic book version. If you don't like that on Optimus Prime, I think Jeffrey Fink made these. Lou's painted them. He's matched the color absolutely brilliant. But as you can see, look, check that out. So it looks more like the G1 Optimus Prime. So you can swap these out, which is brilliant. Which I'm very much considering doing. I have to say, I want to see the. Oh, hello. Oh, is he? Oh, stand by.
Bill's on.
Hang on. Let's see if he's got it set up. And here's the second one as well. Look, he's matched that perfectly. So that's going to be really good to see how that looks on the model. You've already got it on your model, haven't you?
Yeah, I've already got it on mine. Here, hold the phone.
There we go. Look, it's the Three Amigos. Wow.
I recognize that handsome man anywhere.
Stop looking in the mirror.
That looks really good. It does look a lot better. And how have you attached them?
The same. I just took the screw out that screws the other part in, went straight in with this.
So that screw just goes through.
Yeah.
And this version doesn't have that silver grill on it, no?
No, it doesn't have the silver grill. No, what I'm going to do is make a piece of just a circle of vinyl, paint it that same color, and cover the screw hole.
Ah, excellent. That looks excellent. So how's things going, Phil? You all right?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm back into the thick of it, and it's fun to be back in the shop, I have to tell you. But what a great year this year was at WonderFest. It was absolutely amazing. I really had fun. Just an absolute blast being with everybody and hanging and and it's so inspirational too, and big congratulations to Uncle Lou for all of his awards. Well, I personally given all of them a gold, but that's just me.
Definitely. I was saying to Lou that at the moment is that there's a conflict that you've got the con blues at the moment. It's so sad to be home, but I do find going to WonderFest invigorating for inspiration. As I said, I've been working on the werewolf. Look, it's coming along.
That's awesome.
So,
now, is that do you get you don't get the underground tunnel with it, do you?
No, you can, that's the diorama to make. So basically, you just get your 4 legs, your tail, and the jaws, and then you've got to put it all together. Which I think on a Patreon stream we actually showed how I molded all the hair into this, so you can't see any joints or anything like that on there.
No, it's
then
beautiful.
Oggy, he had that conversation about the eyes and how to layer the eyes up.
Yeah,
so I've got the base layer on there. Then there'll be a red layer going in and an orange layer, and then the last thing you put in is the pupil. I was having a good old chat with Oggy about doing eyes, so hopefully that's going to come up.
Isn't there another version of that sculpt where you get the character and the underground? No, am I crazy?
No, I've only seen. No, I've seen that. I've seen it, but I think someone made a diorama of it and put it into that.
But what about the figure?
God knows. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point, definitely. I don't know. I have seen that picture though, because it's a Bill Weiger sculpt, isn't it?
Right.
I'm just having a look if I can.
Because
images.
I'm pretty sure there's, unless you have to buy it separately. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that because I have seen it and it did look really good, but God knows where it is. It's just showing scenes from the film for me now. Oh, I'll just take a picture of it in Tottenham Court Road Station.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Drop it down Piccadilly Circus somewhere.
That's what we need to do. So, did you bring many kits back with you, apart from the one that we can't talk about yet?
Yes, I bought.
No, Phil had to have other people send his stuff home.
Hey,
there's no so much. He had to put Ken. He had to put Ken to work sending stuff home.
Yeah, so I got two resin sculpts. I got Aubrey Bay, the mummy, and I got a wonderful another sculpt of the mummy going. He sort of breaks into this archaeologist's office. And it was actually somebody had actually painted it up, and it was actually in the competition. It looks amazing.
Wow.
So I got those, and then that shall not be named. And then I got a bird of prey, and I got some Aztec dummy masks to go with that, and some photo etch. And then I got what else did I get? I got Randy Cooper Galileo.
Uh-huh.
So it's a larger scale format.
I saw Randy Cooper got a kit from it was the Titan, wasn't it, that he's got? But it's not available to everyone. He got it. Apparently, it's a celebrity build. What have you got one, Lou? Don't look like that.
What
really?
Is it?
Wow.
What did he get?
There's some talk of needing masking for that kit, so can't do it blindly.
The Titan kit, Phil. You know, the Enterprise G thing.
Oh, right.
Not as big as Bill's now. Now Bill's is a special order. This is not as big as Bill Krause's.
No. Oh God. Ian's just coming in. 1 second. Hello, Ian.
Hi guys.
Oh right.
Not as big.
There's something's loud. Has you got your speakers on, Ian?
Yeah, it could be. Hang on.
There's got some reverb on it. I was saying you tried to deliver pizza to the hotel, but we didn't get it.
Is that any better?
No.
Do you have two windows open, Ian?
Yeah, he has two windows open, so he's got to close the YouTube window.
I've done it. How's that?
That's it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, so we didn't get the pizza.
No.
Yeah, apparently you owe us pizza, Ian.
Well, it was pizza, but I didn't. obviously I didn't know what room you was in, but I got it to the event. But then no one would take it. Obviously, the pizza person couldn't go into the event, but no one would take it further. So, but I tried.
Oh, well done. Well, I'm sure the hotel staff had a ball.
Yeah, I'm sure they enjoyed it. Yeah. No, the reason I wanted to pop on is Jeff, Fink, and obviously Lou have been working on the Optimus Prime. You know what you just saw, the paint and the head kind of thing. I've got that from Jeff. I've got the print files, and I'm going to be putting them on the site for anyone that wants to do that. And also I'll share the paint codes and all that kind of thing as well.
I did show Liam those earpieces as well.
Yeah,
he's quite impressed with that. But Liam's over in Las Vegas at a licensing convention at the moment, so you never know, they might be snapping up a license for a future model over at Agora Models. Phil, you're talking about Agora Models. Did you say you had Pack 9 or Pack 10 of the Titanic?
Pack 10 is just arrived.
Right.
So I've got 9 and 10.
Okay, because I've done 10 today. It's not a lot. There's not a lot to do. It took me about an hour tops to do it. So it's
here we go.
Not too bad. Yeah.
So you're just collecting parts, are we?
Kind of. You're actually building a funnel in it, and then you're starting to build the fore funnel. But you are putting those little photo inch window frames into the cabins again from the. So not too bad. Not too bad.
Right.
And Lou, when are you going to start on the Enterprise D? Or you're just going to look at it?
I'm just going to look at it.
That takes up a lot of room, though. I mean, I've got mine in here in a great big storage container, which I can't move because it's so heavy, but it takes up room.
Mine's in the Tupperware bin that Phil brought it in, and it's under the dining room table.
Mine's the same. I've not gone back to Fanhome yet and started off the subscription. I need to do that, but I do want to get that finished.
Are you going to do the Eleanor? Are you going to finish that? Because there's not many packs left to do.
Yes, because there's not much to do on that now. So it's another one I need to do. I've just subscribed to the DeLorean.
All right, okay.
I've got issue 100 onwards. I've got to do for that. So it should be good.
You're going to be doing the railroad tracks, Ian?
No, I've just given them away actually. So no, I'll keep it stock. But I do want to do this. The lightning rod.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, for the DeLorean.
I want to put that on it. So that's what I'm working on. Yeah.
Phil, Howard wants to know what possessed you to do a second Enterprise.
Well, it started with the stand, my stand breaking. It snapped at the joint, so I had that plug and play lighting kit in it, and it literally would require me to do surgery to pull it out to replace it. So then I started looking at, and I started taking notes I started making a list of all the things I thought I could do better and would like to try and do better. And I wanted it, so that's why. And I got a tremendous amount of positive feedback from subscribers who really were behind me doing it. And, I know how to Aztec. I think this Tenor Controls lighting kit is really superb because the wiring is, it's thin enough that you can get it all inside that ship. And if anything goes wrong with it, the actual sort of the brains, the board is in the base. So there's nothing, other than me shorting something out, which is highly likely.
Did you get much damage? I mean, when that broke, the stand broke, did you get much damage? I saw your video of you changing the design and the board in the base. But I've not looked previous, but did it cause much problems?
So what happened was I lost contact with one of the wires, and I think I found out which one it is, but I thought to myself, I don't know. Right now, I'm just putting it aside and starting again. And now I've got a fantastic. I mean, my base is a brand new base. It looks beautiful. My stand is rock solid. You know, it's all epoxied in, and everything's going really well. So I'm other than the fit issues, which you'll never escape, but it's going really well.
I think it's inspiring. Lou, have you got any models that you would do again?
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I would love to take another crack at the 1000 scale Enterprise D that I did. Wow. I would love to try that again. But Phil, I saw the people that sell that stand that base were at WonderFest. I was wondered if you had taken the chance to go over and express yourself to them about it.
Well, the base wasn't the problem. It was actually the pole that came from Federation. What is it? What's it called?
Oh, I thought the pole was part of the base you bought.
No, TrekModeler.com. It was. I don't think he sells it anymore. I think he's moved away from it. I don't know. I don't think he sells it anymore. But you know what's interesting is there's a guy. Well, Lou knows him very well. Simon Merckx, Papa Smurf. Mm-hmm. So he's building one right now, and so he uses the 2-sleeve method, right? So he gets some copper tubing. He taps and dies threads into it. He puts it into his secondary hull, threads it in, bolts it in, epoxies it in, and then the post that connects to the base goes into that sleeve, and it's rock solid. But I wanted mine to be super clean, so I've managed to do that. So I've got a lamp, I've got threaded lamp. I don't know what you call it, but I've got that. Yeah, threaded. Thank you. And then I've got a sleeve that goes over it. This is the sleeve that goes over it.
Well, Phil, you saw the one at WonderFest. It had a post on it that was easily twice the size of the post you used.
Oh, and understandable. It's heavier than you think. It's very deceiving.
Are you doing this in a different order this time as well, Phil? Because you've been working on the cargo bay area, haven't you, and the shuttle bay?
I'm kind of just doing it all. I'm moving around a little bit because the weird thing about it is I don't need to look at the instructions. I know where it's really, there's not a lot of parts to begin with. So it's like, It's not, whoa, you're cool. But I just don't have to worry about that. And I know where all the lights go. And I know, and having put the Tenor Controls lighting kit together, because you do have to, every one of those LEDs has to be soldered, and most need resisting. It took me 3 days just to prepare his kit. Wow. But it's all ready to go. And so this kit, like every kit, I suppose, is 90% prep.
Yeah. It's a lovely kit though, but it has got its issues. Rigo Dave asked, do we have WonderFest or something like that in the UK? We do have really small conventions for sci-fi related and fantasy figures and models and ships, but we do have the Telford Model Show, which encompasses that, which is like a massive scale. It's like 10, perhaps 15 times bigger than WonderFest, but it's primarily based at military models like your ships, your planes, your submarines, that sort of thing. And the sci-fi part of it only really takes up about 20% of it. So it's quite a unique thing, WonderFest, I find.
I have a message.
20%.
I do have a message. Good, really, a message for Lou from Mrs. Spruvers. Yeah, that is what I need a status update on your passport.
I'm putting everything together as we speak.
That's what I'm telling you. You want me to say it's all coming together?
Please.
He loves it when a plan.
I can't lie to her.
I'm just keeping an eye on the chat at the moment, and Paul's saying that your Enterprise needs to go above the TV. Now we know that's old news, but Esther just said you know where you can stick it, basically.
Well, what Paul was saying is if I move it a centimetre a day, a bit like continental drift, you'll never notice it.
It will just appear one day. I am inevitable.
You know what though? I come back, and normally when I came back last year, I had boxes and boxes of stuff just waiting for me to do. This year, I had 2 boxes, but there were boxes and boxes of stuff. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, she's got her own Kilimanjaro in there, I'll tell you.
All of her own stuff.
Well, Wayne, I have you in mind for the Lamborghini Aventador.
Oh, have you?
I've not mentioned it yet until now.
No.
But another Porsche kit.
I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It absolutely looks amazing. I'm hoping to get it in about a month's time, so I'll get in touch.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. Howard's saying he saw the Jaws diorama in the video. You remember the one when you first went in, the one we did, which had the shark and the cage and all that, but it wasn't in resin. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was. Somebody had it was in the display room.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think it looks right if it's not in resin, personally.
No, I agree. I agree.
If he didn't need a backhoe or a forklift or a dolly to get it into the display room, it doesn't count.
Lou, all I'm going to say is, look, I've got vats of this stuff here. Look, it's ginormous. Again, bigger than my head. That we need to use it on something. Too much of it, and that's been sitting there for 2 years.
Well, I just, I wonder what kind of resin Lou works with.
I don't know. Have you worked with resin before, Lou?
I have never. Not the clear stuff.
That's brilliant.
I can. The best I can reach is I can give you a gallon of
cleaner.
I got some of that too.
I've got loads of that.
This is what keeps me going. You know?
Oh, that and the sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, sweet baby Jesus.
Wayne, have you? Did I miss you talking about your stash? What did you bring home? I don't know.
Well, I bought back the figure that we knew. I actually took a picture of everything I had. I got the t-shirts. I got tools.
Right.
Tools, because on account I only bought a small suitcase. There wasn't, as I said to you, there wasn't anything in the dealer room that jumped out at me really, but there was a lot of. I was hoping that there'd be an Enterprise G kit soon, because I think everyone's going to go crazy for that. But I suppose they've got to go through the licensing and stuff for that to get.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool. Oh,
did get the official people do.
Yeah,
I did get the ET on his bike from that one vendor.
You got that one. Yeah,
I don't remember the name of that, and I did get a Spark, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, you got them shipped out, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, one's coming
Phil was very, very good to me this year.
I heard about a Kirk.
Yes.
Yes.
Phil, you should be getting your Spock tomorrow.
Oh, okay, awesome.
That's all good.
Now,
but anyway, it was a great WonderFest, so I enjoyed it. As I said, I think apart from the dealer room, I think is probably because, as you said, Lou, there wasn't something that stood out or jumped out at me this year, but it was definitely an event. All good. But there you go.
Oh, Keith is asking if I've printed the 132 Viper hanger yet.
Well,
I'm getting there. I got bits. Here's a bit.
That's a big bit.
Yeah, that's a back wall.
Did you hollow that, I hope?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did you hollow it?
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you just said.
I'm sorry. Who am I talking to?
No, I did not hollow it. And but it has holes in it.
That must be like a paperweight. How much resin's in that?
I don't know, but it took 47 hours to print.
Yeah.
Wow. So it wasn't hollowed.
Wow.
How many bottles of resin did it take?
But I'm not building the whole thing. It's too big, and I can't get permission from Mrs. Spruvers for anything over 23 inches. So I'm going to build a portion of it, Keith, and that'll be coming up in a show in a few months.
Keith, are you going to be at Telford this year? Just wondering, because you were there last year. I'm just wondering if you might be appearing this year. We're on a 45-second delay, so we'll see that later. It's all cool. But yeah, so my next model I'm going to be building is obviously the kit model that we've got here. And I'm going to be starting on the Aries, I think, the Aries 1B, Phil.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, Lou said that because I got that last year, and Lou said if I don't do a model in a year, I have to give it back. So,
oh, that's hilarious!
So,
no,
yeah.
you don't have to give that back.
Your next challenge ought to be the Chitty Bang Bang car. I know, Lou, you've already done this. Apparently,
yes, and Phil's already done his.
Oh, has he? Oh, okay. You must
try to get hold of it.
I really want to see it, but I'd love to see that as a part work. Would be great.
Oh yeah, that'd be glorious as a part.
It would be it would be a great part work.
Yeah.
Keith's going to be at Telford this year, so that's going to be cool.
And the upgrade for that would be fabric wings.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, deploying fabric wings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and some of those toot sweets that you used to get at the chemist over here.
Oh yeah, the whistle ones. Yeah. Get all the dogs round.
You can probably 3D print some of those, but I wouldn't recommend eating them.
No.
So how far is Telford from Corby?
It's about an hour. Take about an hour to get there.
Okay, so we need a train schedule from St. Pancras. We need directions to Telford, unless. Well, we'll all go together. Can we drive together? We can get.
I'll get you. I'll leave it. We'll either all come in my car or I'll get a car. It won't be a problem.
Well, I can get us. We should get a car. I'll rent. I can rent the car. I won't drive it. Lose to drive.
Yeah, bad drivers over here. Wrong side of the road for you, Phil.
We'll have to strap him to the roof.
Yeah,
but the thing is that Telford's over 2 days now. It's not like something different happens on each day. But I don't know if you want to do the 2 day thing, or it's just you could probably do it in 1 day. I think.
Well,
you'll be knackered.
That depends on you guys and what our schedule is. But I mean, we are discussing it. It isn't official yet, but we are discussing getting the Great Aztec Dummy to London in November. That's what we're discussing. We're working on it.
That'd be brilliant.
I have to practice my English.
Absolutely.
Cool, blimey. Pip, pip, tally-ho.
Yeah. Not since Dick Van Dyke has there been such a horrible
Mary Poppins. You mean it's not me noggin, it's me peepers? Oh, Charlotte's in, my daughter. Hello, Charlotte. How's it going? But you, I don't, because you're not on the Patreon. Yesterday, I was actually streaming from a Lancaster bomber, my brother in it. We were there all day. But they had a biker meet there, and there was 3,500 motorcycles there as well.
Wow.
Now, I thought there was only going to be 50 people there watching this thing, and I'll find a quiet corner of the field to actually do this live stream. But, when you're surrounded by 100 chapters of the Hells Angels, I was giving up in the end. So they were all joining the stream. It was great.
It was fantastic. It really was.
Yeah, it was a bunch.
Did they not at one time allow you actually to take off? Did something happened? There was an accident or something, and they don't do it anymore?
No, apparently, well, the Just Jane's restored, so it's never taken off. They've only taxied with it. But there is a place in Canada that does. You can go up in a Lancaster.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you've got to go to Canada for that, which is really weird.
As I said to you, Wayne, I mean, the Lancaster yesterday, but a few more revs, that would have gone.
Yeah, no, it would. I'm sure it's capable of it, because they do the Mosquito today. The Mosquito was taxiing today, but the yesterday as well was the last flight of the Hercules. So the RAF plane that has been in service for generations. My brother used to work on them. Is now grounded. So it's another loss, unfortunately. But there you go.
What did they replace it with?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue. There must be some carrier out there now. I'm sure someone in chat might be able to tell us that as well. But it is a shame. My brother worked on the Hercules that got shot down in Iraq. So he had packed it up and unfortunately lost the crew of that. So it's a special place in his heart for that. And it's just a shame to see it go, really.
Can I quickly apologize for not saying good evening to Mrs. World of Wayne? A big shout out to the great Esther Green for her support, her love, her patience. And a big apology for not taking you guys to Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was awful.
We had our picture taken there though, so
I know. I saw
a long way to go to get a Kentucky. Actually, in Kentucky. Yeah.
Well, we did eat fried chicken on the first night we were there in Kentucky. It just wasn't Kentucky Fried Chicken. So
Right.
this is where Lou had this great beer called Sweet Baby Jesus.
It was the Sweet Baby Jesus.
It wasn't beer, though. He said it tasted like peanut butter.
It was a chocolate peanut butter liqueur type of thing.
That's disgusting.
I'll have to treat you to a pint of Stella, Phil, when we meet up at some point.
You got it.
Enjoy that.
Well, I want you to personally, both you, Phil and Wayne, I want you to personally thank me for sparing you from that Sunday night travesty known as the banquet.
Oh yes, no, thank you. Well, you know what, Phil, Lou, I'll tell you. Sorry, Julia's just said they replaced the Hercules with a more C117, so that's what's taken over from that. Lou, what happened is when we came back to the room, I stayed in the room till about 9:45, and then I thought, well, I'm not going to not say goodbye to Lou this year, so I went up to Cold TV, man, and there was no one there. So I came back down and
we were held captive over in the ballroom where they were having the banquet.
Oh, right, okay.
The world's worst food and the second worst entertainment. And after that was over, we came back and drank to forget. So
yeah, well, I have to say, we walked into that room looking for you.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I had to leave because that room smelt like a Wookiee's navel.
Well, I'll trust your comparison ability there, Phil, because I wouldn't know.
Oh, bless. Steve W. Morgan.
Synth Lord knows Sweet Baby Jesus Beers gets a chocolate peanut butter porter.
You know you ordered that just because of the name.
I did. I ordered it just because of the name, and I sold the can. I still have the can.
Well, folks, it's 9 o'clock, so there you go. That's another live stream for tonight. Tomorrow there's going to be a Titanic on, but thank you for all joining me tonight. It's been a blast, and it's great to hear everyone's ideas of what WonderFest this year, and hope to repeat it next year. But I think Telford will be a blast if you can get to that.
It's been a whole week. I missed you guys.
Oh, bless. Well, there's inspiration now, so in the immortal words of Phil there, build something.
There you go.
Right, take care, everybody. I will see you later.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun. I enjoy that. The camaraderie coming up. And that's what it is. You know, at these conventions we go to, everybody talks to everybody. And because everybody's got that interest and hobby and stuff like that, you could just talk to random strangers. And it's so easy to make friends there. So if you can get to WonderFest, or you can get to Telford, or you can get to one of your local shows, then I definitely tell you, do it and get yourself out there and meet like-minded people. I mean, if it wasn't for shows like this, I wouldn't have met ButchO'HaraModelers.com all the way over in Chicago. And you know, this is what this hobby's about, and it's bringing the community together. But there you go. I hope you really enjoyed this live stream tonight. Take care of yourselves. As I said, Titanic tomorrow, and I will see you next week. See you later.